Ini kita bakal lanjutin story, kita bakal ngerjain story dari Baizhu. Let's go.
Are you
Jadi kita
lost?
ke Liwei lagi setelah
No, I'm not.
banyak banget pengalaman di sini.
My name's Ayu, and I'm here because...
Hey there, Chi-Chi. Hi, Gray. What's going on? Hi, Travel.
You've actually come at the perfect time. This little boy seems to have gotten himself lost.
No, listen to me. I'm not...
Your dad? How does a fully...
Well, my dad's always been kind of forgetful.
So...
She went out a few days ago to gather some herbs for my dad. I remembered that the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy always runs a clinic in Chingsa Village during the Lantern Rite. So I thought, when we got to the city gate, I took a moment to ask the Millith guards for directions to the pharmacy. And then, when I turned back around, I asked the Millith guys to go find him, but he said they won't be able to send that many people.
You came to the right place. We're pros at finding people. Junction can help. She has a good... Hey! Who's talking about me behind my back?
Cheng, Chi-Chi meant that as a compliment. There's no need... Hello, child. You mentioned that you were looking for the owner of...
You have a talking snake? Oh, are you Uncle Baizhu?
Uncle Baizhu.
Cheng, now's not the time. My dear boy, could you tell me more about your father's...
Yes, Uncle... Doctor.
I see. And your family lives near Chingsa Village, you say? I visit...
Uh-huh. My mom doesn't like meeting other people.
Is that... Are you?
Whoa, yeah, it is.
I certainly do. Gui, Chi-Chi, are there any pressing... Ayu's parents are old acquaintances of mine. So I would very much like to...
Don't forget us two. We already told Ayu that we help.
Oh, really? Well, that's wonderful.
Chi-Chi and I need to clear up the shop front first, but once that's taken...
Family is very important.
Thank you. Then I'll leave you to handle the farm. Traveler, Paimon, why don't you come with me and Ayu? Let's start by talking.
Okay. Here, boss. Here.
I don't want to. It tastes gross.
Oke. Mau cek PT dulu deh. Jadi 54. Nah, baru banget. 10.
They searched to the north, but couldn't find anyone who matched the description.
Well, that complicates things. The city folks say there's no sign of him.
Excuse me, sirs. Have you found out anything about my dad yet?
Hey there, buddy.
The boy asked for our help, so...
Oh, thank goodness. We were just discussing. As for updates, I'm sorry to.
The guards at the crossing up ahead said they hadn't seen anyone either, so we don't.
Luhua Pool. The terrain there can be tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
You will.
Sorry we weren't able to find your.
That's okay. Thank. Dad! Dad, can you hear me?
There's some... Oh no! It's... Hey, you! Stop! Don't go in...
Oh, lihat bang apa?
Watch where you're going!
Siapa tuh? Lu tahu.
Dear customer, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does appreciate your patronage, but you needn't... Huh?
Dad!
Hey, Hootap! My, who do we have here? My worst nightmare. I see she's still...
Dad, are you okay? Do you recognize me?
Are you?
Your name is Xiao Liang, and you live just west of Qingce Village. You were supposed to come to Liu.
Oh, my name is Jia Liang.
Uh-oh. He seems in really bad shape. We need to get him back to Boo Boo Pharmacy. Sorry, Hutao. Gotta dash. Dinner's... Hold on a second. You're not seriously thinking of taking him to Boo Boo Pharmacy? Huh? Oh, come on, Baizhu. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it. Why do I get the sense that you spotted them right away, but you're planning to use it for... Use what? What are you talking...
There are traces of god remains in Jia.
Oh, yes, but more importantly, they're on the verge of an outburst. If that happens, the I'm sorry.
God remains? There's no need to worry, Director Hu. I have methods of keeping them at bay. It is the sworn duty of all who practice medicine to cure illnesses and save lives. What reason would I? Besides, it was my late master's dying wish to be able to save this patient in particular. Perhaps out of respect for him.
Now you're bringing my great-uncle into this? Baizhu, just...
Merely to cure this man, nothing more. But of course, if you have any doubt as to my...
Oh, really? I thought I was persona non grata at Boo Boo Pharmacy. You're being unusually generous today. Okay, deal. We're not gonna solve anything by I'm happy to do it your way, but only for my great-uncle's sake. You must be pleased you brought the traveler along. Otherwise...
Well, time is of the essence. Blockages within the cardiovascular system. Reduce. I see. I suppose.
Dr. Baizhu, help.
Don't you worry. Baizhu's a really great doctor.
Ayu, do you know when your father first started?
I'm not sure. He's been like this for as long as I can remember.
So it's been a long time indeed. No, I have a treatment plan in mind. We can start. Come and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that by...
Thank you, Dr. Baizhu.
If you still have any misgivings, Director Hu...
However, it would be best if you step outside this room. A doctor must be able to focus. Yes, of course, absolutely. I'll I'll just go and look at the flowers or something. But I will be back in an instant at the first sign that something's amiss. See you tomorrow, Baizhu.
Bye.
Are you ready, Baizhu?
Waduh,
Ready as I'll ever be.
ngapain amat tuh mereka berdua.
You know, Paimon's kind of curious after hearing Baizhu mention those people from his past. What do you think they were like? Yeah, you must be curious too.
Oh, ini tempat ini.
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked dock. Hello, you busy bees, and what do you have to... Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess. From the... Guilty as charged! Oh, and also, how come you invite... Huh? I thought I told you once before. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first founded to fight back against the vengeful wrath of gods defeated in war. Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Long story short, in the ancient... These days, we don't deal with the wrath of the gods anymore, but all the relevant... Okay, Paimon gets it now. Almost certainly from his master, who was also my great-uncle. Baizhu's master was my grandpa's younger brother. Wow, fancy that! Huh. According to my grandpa, he and my great-uncle once went traveling together. That pharmacist must have cast some sort of spell on my great-uncle, because my grandpa had a huge argument with him. So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great-uncle stayed in charge. Funeral director to doctor is a pretty big career change. Kinda hard to... If he had just become a regular doctor, there would have been no issue. But according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met, and on top of that, the kind of medicine... In what? Don't know. My grandpa didn't know the specifics. And you've seen how wary Baizhu is around... But even that, one thing I do know about Baizhu is that he's obsessed with the idea of immortality. But whether that has any... Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on... After all... It's a new day! Let's go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy and check out how Jialiang is doing.
Dad!
Oh,
Dad, you were...
yes. I remember now.
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baizhu's gonna help too.
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baizhu.
My pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's dying wish. If any.
Not at all, Dr. Baizhu. It's only
You're still in the early stages of recovery, so you'll need to take it easy for a while.
I suggest you stay at Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Director Who, do you have any further
It seems like the evil presence is gone after... But How did you accomplish this?
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid. If that gives you... Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor.
Oh, come on, Baizhu. I'm not that unreasonable.
Ah,
Wah, kenapa nih Baizhu nih?
I've been stuck indoors for too long. Baizhu, take me outside.
yes, of course. Everyone, please...
Ikuti Baizhu. Kita buntuti dia. Nah, kayaknya sih ini ya.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring
Jadi
it?
kayak Lisa gitu ya.
If it
Kayak
weren't
Lisa
for my
mengejar
quick thinking,
pengetahuan,
they'd have
tapi
all
belajar.
seen the sorry state you're in by now. But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody?
Ya,
Who's
Trevor,
there?
Aku.
Why did you follow us here? Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
What did I just say about Traveler? Paimon, the truth is, instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his patient to temporarily subdue the Baizhu, can...
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this contract is I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by the poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force.
Changsheng? You can do that? Huh. Paimon always... Hey, I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti back in Chenyu Vale. If anything, he is my man. I was treating patients with Baiju's master's master long before he ever set eyes. Whoa. Guess you shouldn't judge a snake by its skin.
Please, that's enough.
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious methods.
Hardly. Changsheng helps to keep my chi in balance.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. We must... Traveler, Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? Baizhu, don't you think you should seize this opportunity? You cannot
Entirely. Thank you.
Paimon doesn't think we've seen this side of you. But there's no need to thank us. You've helped us out before.
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a prolonged period. I think I should pay a visit to their family. Yes. I asked Ayu this morning before. Let's head there together once I've... As well as investigating Jialiang's exposure to the poison, we should...
Jangan lama nggak biasanya. Bagus juga modelnya. Wah, dibilang bagus lah.
The mortal plane. A fleeting dream.
Whoa! There's a house all the way out here?
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped.
She was indeed. We studied medicine together. She is several years older than I and also began her travels.
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer. Wait, Changsheng, are you saying neither of
Jiang Li did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master. The last time she visited us, she and master had some sort of quarrel.
you quarrel? I don't know. I didn't.
Nor did master ever explain it to me. All he would say,
Oh, so that's why you went to.
no. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him.
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baizhu. Paimon always had.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions?
What the? Okay, that was the.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now. Let's split up. But if any...
Traveler, Paimon, come quick!
Come quick.
What?
Chung Sheng and I found a hidden compartment.
You sense it too? Is it?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison and...
Offshoots? So, the main
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior.
The call of the... Wait. So, back when Jia Liang
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source...
this is getting crazier and crazier. Hey, why is it... Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret You mean... Jia Liang? Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else... Huh? So you're saying... it was Jiang Li? Wait, but... that doesn't make any sense.
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiang Li does not...
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the...
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jia Liang. Yes. According to the Origins and Symptoms of Disease. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
Even the history books have no record of the... Didn't you used to be on good terms with the... Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not with... These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain...
Whoa. What? Enter a contract? Share... Hey! Plenty of people would jump at the chance to join with my assistance in rebalancing your chi. Not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger. Stronger and healthier? Wow! Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for...
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying... Ugh! Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're... Mannequin Man! Changsheng, you're just... a pain in the neck! This is exactly why your natural temper...
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand.
With how antisocial they are? If it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives...
Sure.
What?
Seems you're as well connected as the...
Oh. If you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the...
Show. What?
You called?
Can't care of you.
Are all Adepti in the...
Well, this is unexpected. Baizhu of Bubu Pharmacy. The lantern right when we met briefly. I was unaware of your true identity.
Huh? You two are...
Our paths have crossed once before. I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me? So too often, fervent desires drive mortals to a... I now know what you seek. A vile monster known as the Ch once wrought havoc over this land. The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. The seal is still mostly intact, if the Ch is the source. However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. I do not like to intervene against but when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again. Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
What a strange Adeptus. That's Xiao for ya! And thanks to him, we found...
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to us.
Master!
Gui? Did you run all the way from Bubu Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't
Jauh
panic.
banget.
Just catch...
It's Jiaoliang. He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn.
Already? Based on past experience, he should...
It seems that my word... Everyone, back to Bu...
Back to Bubu Pharmacy now. Jauh banget dia. Wow. Lari. Wah. Naik gunung segala macam. Melewati lembah gunung.
Dad!
Don't be scared. Dr. Baizhu will be back.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baizhu, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier.
When Gui left...
Gui, please take Jialiang to the back room and prepare...
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure you.
Baizhu's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he?
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting it?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling Wait, where's...
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, really? Well, I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten...
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jiaoliang.
Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank...
Traveler, Baizhu hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Tiao. Huh?
Di belakang ya.
you're finally awake. That was far too risky, even with me here to...
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any, Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant. She makes...
So, how much longer? They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you... Surely he hasn't. There's... Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baizhu! Changsheng!
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had...
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday.
I... made an error, and as a result, his life force...
What? You mean, even if...
Yes. But more pertinently, Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian, though it was created from God remains.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died alone.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiang Li had to concoct...
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been giving word.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to...
I never suspected that even Zhang Li would turn to the same path as to sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible, whatever the cost may be.
Well, I think that it's too early. In any case, I have stabilized Jialiang's condition for now. Her regular exposure to God remains over, and given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
It's Jialiang!
Dr. Baizhu, you've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiang Li's sake. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes...
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise.
No! We're out of... Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real...
I never expected to live this long in the first place. There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget.
Very well.
Tahu.
Then follow...
Dr. Baizhu, are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen, and 1 dose each of the ingredient.
Dr. Baizhu, do you...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't...
Okay. Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
Oke guys, kembali lagi kita bakal ngelanjutin quest dari Baizhu. Let's go. Oh, dead chamber. Oh, my God.
That strange feeling is back. It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
I think it's this way. Yes, I'm sure of it.
Hey, one bambu. Wah, gila ya.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way.
Memang sambat nih, Mas.
This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
There is an inauspicious...
I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you okay?
No, I have to keep going.
Lu main pakai Baizhu. Real Baizhu.
This place but digging marks here appear amateur. A thieves' tunnel? Paimon had...
Judging by the tools they left behind. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I remember now. She took me here once and told me, but she said that the method would cause me...
Easy, Jialiang. Come on.
Jadi ingat pasal item juga kayak ini. Oke, ini dia. Baizhu. Enak sih. Oh, please. Let's go. Yang quest apa gitu bisa di-track. Terus sesuai. Oh.
The doctor will see you now.
Oh, dia di-track. Animasinya. Kecepatannya.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster repelling...
A monster repelling incense?
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monster... No doubt an encounter with the very same... After them, Jiangli was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But
That's right. This sensor. This is where...
Jiao
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it.
Kita sedang menunggu. Sampai. Ini kita bisa ada Easter egg. Lucu gitu. Oh,
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
ada simbol geo.
Aha! We can keep going now.
from the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Salt apa gitu? Dewa Negara. Oh, habis. Jadi, oh, ke sana. Dorong ke sana. Harus dekat banget. Oh, nggak nyampe. Kok batuknya? Oh iya, belum review. Dorong.
Paimon doesn't see any barrier-breaking mechanisms around here. There are tracks here, and it looks like they're connected to something. Shall we follow it and see where it takes us?
A bitter pill to swallow.
Busted. They're about to get dicey.
Illusion shattered.
Taking a turn for the better. Mind the side effects.
Samping. Ah, batuk-batuk. Oh, oke. Jadi nggak nyampe ya dia. Good. Batuk terus ya.
Jiangli!
There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Shine! Take flight! Sakura swirl!
The doctor will see you.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Committed to memory. Yeah.
Dr. Baizhu, how serious is it?
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if...
Then, what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away!
Simon.
It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baizhu said? The poison within Jialiang's body is if the source is purged, and the poison within Jialiang's body is... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains here are...
I wondered when the state...
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialing, Baizhu. You're a great doctor. Surely you gotta know of...
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiang Li...
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you. Right up until the...
Dr. Baizhu, give it to me straight.
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days.
But Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of... If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiang Li have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see IU grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis. If my choice can bring Jiang Li back...
Jialiang...
After cheating death for so long, it seems... Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that...
Jialiang... Baizhu, Changsheng... Is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiang Li will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death, Jiang Li would... What a crazy situation! Jiang Li risked it all to save Jialiang's life, and now Jialiang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiang Li! What's the...
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. At least,
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves, I cannot help but think that theirs are...
When all this began, we agreed that once IU was old enough... If you could only see him now. So... I've said my goodbyes. My time...
As you wish.
Terus reaksi dulu.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories.
I'll take it. At the very least.
Mom! Mom, something's really...
Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live... Oh, how I would love to hear...
Oh, sedih. Oh, banyak sedih banget kematiannya.
Jialiang! 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 Jialiang!
Dad, are you...
Didn't I... Huh? What are...
How does it feel to come back to life?
Wait. Oh, nggak jadi.
Do you feel strange or different in any way? If so,
Dr. Baizhu, I thought that I was going to...
die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
I'm a zombie?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Hu finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory...
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for... In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principle. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, and even this would have counted for nothing without Director Hu's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jia Liang to show us the way before...
Oops. And I'm busted.
Without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiang Li in time.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with...
Director Hu told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes...
Never underestimate a... All I wanted was to help Jialiang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor.
You stay away from my dad! When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and...
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another... Is she finally gone?
All's
well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion. At times like this, a group...
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Jiang Li and Ayu around the dinner table.
Yay! Paimon killed! Alright, first things first, off to...
Wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu, thank you so much.
Don't mention it, Jiang Li. I was just doing...
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu.
Ada sesuatu. Kita sekarang. Coba kita.
Now that you are part zombie... First, don't forget to
Yes?
I...
I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison.
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never... But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such... Not just that. You even managed to improve upon... Baizhu, be honest with me.
Huh. Told you the truth.
Life Force isn't the only thing that Changsheng's contract lets you transfer, but...
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides Life Force, Changsheng's secret art... When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only... There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source is...
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed... What am I saying? The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was... But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to... Are all disciples of Zhenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, haven't given away our own for the sake of others? To fight...
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that...
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changsheng. Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu...
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us. The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes. And
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day, Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the...
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be... Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Wait! That doesn't make any sense.
It is...
Okay.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poisoned chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament. All my hope.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity, they are like moths that throw themselves into the flame.
So, Baizhu.
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light. Changsheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang, I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles.
Huh? But didn't you already—
What makes a poison, poison? And what makes a disease, a disease? If disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning, many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Changsheng to perish from losing her host. Precisely. I will be Changsheng's final host, and the tradition—
Even the gods of old struggle to achieve true immortality. First, you want to save others.
But isn't wanting to have it all what makes us— For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward—
For once?
Dr. Baizhu, Traveler, what are you still chatting about? The food's about to get cold.
We also have coconut milk for Changsheng and Paimon. Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten. I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is enough to—
True. And yet, are such things as these not precisely why we mortal—
Show me your prescription.
Berhari lagi.